Well, we picked the products. We had already formed the product idea. By eliminating the list, we decided to get 3 to 4 of them. After talking with the suppliers, we will give our final decision among these 3 to 4 products. We'll have the reasonable prices from the suppliers and handle them in our profit analysis. And after calculating the profit margin, we will continue with the product that we make the most profit and make the best difference. And now, we've reached the section on how to find suppliers and how to communicate with them. So, how can we find those suppliers? You can find suppliers from either any country or all around the world. There will already be a section about how to find suppliers in any country. In a later section, I will explain how to send products, how to find a supplier in any country. Now, I will show you how to find a supplier somewhere around the world. We'll particularly use Alibaba.com there. We'll learn how to communicate with suppliers, how to bargain with them, how to order products. After ordering products, we will pass the product listing and selling section. Now, I'll show you how to find suppliers somewhere all around the world. The best platform that we can find suppliers is Alibaba.com. Honestly, Alibaba.com is the platform that all famous suppliers in. And Alibaba, which is in the top 20 valued company in the world, is a really big company. Almost 70% of Amazon suppliers are already in Alibaba. They are supplying the products from Alibaba. So, we'll mention how to communicate with the suppliers on Alibaba in later videos. It means that we'll learn each detail of Alibaba. For this reason, I am passing Alibaba for now. Let's get to know the others. Next platform is AliExpress. It's the another version of Alibaba. They sell the product one by one. If you would like to try less amount of the product for sending, you can use this platform. However, if your order amount is high, you should definitely use Alibaba. AliExpress is a platform where products are sold one by one, two by two. MadeInChina.com is another platform for finding suppliers. It's another platform where you can find products from China. It is a kind of platform like Alibaba. You are searching for products and contact with suppliers. Another one is GlobalStarCES.com. It is a platform where manufacturers and suppliers are in. Likewise, it is a platform where you can find your products through categories and talk to manufacturers and do wholesale shopping. Next one is DHgate.com. It has a lot of interface too. If you want to change language to any language, you can choose the any language on the page, or you can add abbreviation in the page link. Also here, you can see the manufacturers and buy wholesale products. For example, let's enter best-selling products. We entered the category. Here are all the prices are appearing on the screen. Hence, how much is the wholesale price of this product? We can see it here. When we click one of them, it is giving such information as, if you buy this product over 100, the unit price is $0.51, for over 200, $0.44, and for over 500, $0.43. You will able to see the changeable prices according to your order amounts too. Of course, we'll do them all on Alibaba in detail. But it looks good in terms of getting to know the platforms. Actually, DHgate.com might be the second one after Alibaba. Moreover, we can say that it is the best one after Alibaba. Let's have a look at the next one. This one is Zentrada.eu. Let's talk a little bit about how you can supply from Europe. There are a few platforms out there too, of course. Here is one of them, Zentrada.eu. Next one is Colimport.com. Here too, you can buy your products like Alibaba or DHgate in wholesale. You can contact with manufacturers. The next one is Closeoutfortune.dollardies.com. It has a very long name. So, these are companies that are far behind Alibaba and DHgate.com. However, if you find cheaper products or more trustful suppliers, of course, you can also create connections and buy wholesale products here as well. But of course, you may not see the Provide Confidence by Alibaba here. Let's continue. Another platform is ultimitrading.com. There are products in the same way here, but as I mentioned here, you may not find most of the products where you can find in Alibaba.com or DHgate.com. You can find fewer products and fewer suppliers. The place you can find the most is Alibaba. Moreover, a rumor is that if a product doesn't exist in Alibaba, this product isn't produced in the world. Of course, it is not true, however, the Chinese are saying like that. Let's continue again. There are 1 to 2 more examples related to the European market. mxwholesale.co.uk here again, a platform from UK. If you are selling products in UK, or if you are looking for a UK wholesaler, or have found a UK supplier, this is also a good platform if you want to sell in the European market. This is one of the best 2 to 3 platforms for European markets. Another is the wholesaler.co.uk. This is also a platform where sales are made through the UK. A site where wholesalers meet. Here too, you can buy your products wholesale. I have introduced you to about 10 sites where wholesalers meet. Of course, we will use Alibaba the most. Maybe DHgate as well. But generally, it is useful to do it on Alibaba. Because Alibaba has already established serious confidence. It's a 20 to 25-year-old company, and now when you receive your products on Alibaba, this brings confidence of Alibaba as well. It is possible when you deposit your money through Alibaba, or when you make a deal, you will do these things without any problem. Because you don't see the products, and they are far away already. These problems have already been solved by Alibaba. Therefore, most of Amazon sellers supply their products on Alibaba.com. After you find your products here, when you type your product in the search box, you will see the same pictures here. I will show you the informations like how many products have sold, how many manufacturers are there, etc. in the next episodes. Hence, Alibaba is the best one. These were the examples from the world. Of course, China now dominates the market, but you can supply your products wherever you want. I particularly recommend you to supply your products from any country. I will also compare any country with China. I'll make a special episode for shipping from any country. When you send from any country can have a better sale rate. You can see the products. You can also make product-related reviews and photo shoots here. For people living in any country, products go to Europe or America much faster. Especially since transport is made by airline. But when we send our products from China, they arrive at longer times, of course. If you want to choose the faster transport, you might have to pay 2 times, 3 times more. Generally, you must consider that it will take 20-30 more days for products that are being shipped from China. Your products can reach Amazon within 5 to 7 days from any country. So, if you want to do this job in any country, I recommend you try to find manufacturers from any country. If you will unable to find manufacturers from any country, then Alibaba will be the best option for us, of course. As I said, I will explain how we get to contact the manufacturers generally, how to make a deal them on Alibaba. In the next episode, we'll start analyzing and finding manufacturers and searching for our products. Just as we analyze the products, we will analyze the manufacturers in detail. We will try not to contact manufacturers of 1 year and 2 years. We will try to contact manufacturers that Alibaba has approved for quality. Of course, no matter who we contact, we have to make all the instructions and all agreements properly. We need also to have the same behaves for manufacturers in any country. So no matter where you are contacting, wherever you find a manufacturer, you can apply these tactics to all of them. You need to analyze our manufacturers in detail to avoid problems. For next episode, we'll learn how to find manufacturers on Alibaba. See you in the next episode. Hi friends, we've learned some platforms that we can find manufacturers. Alibaba is the best one, we said. Now, we'll receive prices of the product ideas we found on Alibaba. According to the prices, we'll choose the one which is the best price and which the best generate profit, and we will continue. In other words, we will give a decision. So it is necessary to know Alibaba better now in detail. There are some important things we'll to do on Alibaba as well. We will look at those many criteria when choosing a manufacturer, just as we look at many criteria when choosing a product. So, now, there are 2 to 3 products in our hands that are our final decisions after was being eliminated according to a lot of criteria. We'll contact a manufacturer to make a profit analysis. Let's contact for one of those 3 to 4 products. Then, you'll have learned how to contact manufacturers for your own products or any other products. One of our chosen products was inflatable travel footrest pillow. It was a kind of product just like on the screen. Now, let's find some manufacturers for this product. How to find a manufacturer. There is already a title. We can learn the product name from its title. When you search with the title, the manufacturers and products will appear on the screen on Alibaba. With a high possibility, you will see the products with the same photos. Let's write the same searching words here. You can see here both manufacturers and products as well. We'll search products, later on we'll already pass the manufacturer section. You can search manufacturers firstly. Your target must be to search for manufacturers. According to the keywords, to search for manufacturer is more successful searching method in here. You can choose both of them, as I said. Therefore, let's continue by choosing one of them. I am writing down to searching box. For example, what was the name of our product title? It was inflatable travel footrest pillow. I've copied the title, and I am pasting it in searching box. A lot of different manufacturers and products occur when we search. We are in products category, that is why we are seeing the products now. If you choose suppliers section, manufacturers will occur on the screen. The system is telling us that there are almost 1,600 users, both manufacturers and suppliers. As I said, you can prefer both of them. Let's choose suppliers as we will focus on finding a little more suppliers. There are very important points here. These are trade assurance and verified suppliers. What are these? Trade assurance is provided by Alibaba. When you make a deal by trade assurance, Alibaba is supporting you, and it is a trustful agreement. If you make your deal by other platforms, it is a mistrustful agreement. We're preferring the trade assurance to contact suppliers who accept make a deal on Alibaba. This is the first one that we choose. Trade assurance. It is vital criteria. You should talk to suppliers who firmly accept this to avoid problems in the next stage. There were almost 1,600 users. After we click the trade assurance, it has decreased to 1372. And there is another button just next to it. Verified suppliers. It is higher level suppliers. It show better, qualified suppliers. They are the manufacturers or suppliers which are verified and proven for their quality by Alibaba. It is useful to get connected with the suppliers and manufacturers who are recommended by Alibaba. Because anybody can create an account on Alibaba and upload their photos. The suppliers, manufacturers are gaining a seat on Alibaba when they reach significant sales volume, spend a lot of time, or get enough feedbacks. We will communicate them the same way. Hence, I am marking the verified suppliers too. We dropped the number from 1372 to 422. We have 422 suppliers now. But are all of these suppliers producing the same product that we are asking for? This is a really important issue. From now on, we'll analyze more detail. When you go down in the page, you are seeing the details of products. Now, these 3 products that you are seeing at the beginning of the page are the main product category of this supplier, manufacturer. Our main target is that to find suppliers, manufacturers who sell the same product that we are searching for in their main category. The main category products must be the same with our needed products. Our goal isn't to find suppliers that sell plenty of products, including what we need. We will have a look. Our goal is to find suppliers that sell specifically what we need. Why they are the suppliers we are searching for? Because we'll mention about problems of the products to our suppliers. We'll ask them to solve problems of products, even produce a better product maybe. Therefore, the supplier must have been producing this product as a main product for a long time and must be familiar with the products. When we enter the supplier's page, we will look at that in detail. Now, let's continue with main criteria. Here is written the company's name on the top. When we look at the name, we can understand lots of things already. Is the company in China? Is this a manufacturer, supplier, or just trader? There is information of his experience. This is a critical information for us too. It is useful to work with a supplier who has at least 2 years' experiences. If the experience is less than 2 years, the supplier is unlikely to be a good supplier producer. If the supplier has been verified by Alibaba, he probably has more than 5 years of experience. Maybe you uncheck the verified button. You might want to work with a cheap supplier. You shouldn't work with a supplier who has at least 2 years of experiences. I recommend you try to find a supplier who has at least 5 years of experiences. On the page, here are 15 years of experiences. 7 years. 5 years. We already said at least 5 years of experiences. These are all good numbers. This supplier has been on Alibaba and has been a vendor for 15 years. These are good vibes. On the right of the photos, there are other information. For example, transaction level is 4 on the 5. Transaction is over 1,900,000. In last 6 months, he has sold 163 products and shipping them. Good number, it is a very high rate indeed. We should not work with suppliers that haven't a high sales or shipping rate. This could mean they are new to this industry. Let's continue what we have. There is a main product category. It is vitally important part. The main product of this supplier is travel accessories. Why I am saying so? Cause our product is also a travel product. This is a product related to traveling. This supplier are selling travel product mainly. It seems look like a manufacturer that we are asking for. Our goal must be to find something like this. What about this seller? Its main product category is outdoor product. It doesn't match with ours. Another one's category is homeware, sports and camping products. Related to camping and sports. When we analyze their profile, we can see that they sell the product what we need, but it is useful to find suppliers who sell them mainly. Total revenue and country information are here. They are from China generally. Total revenue is between 10 to 50 million. It's a high rank and very good vibe for us. We'll deliver the product to North America, and this company is working to NA and EU. It is good. There is a response rate information as well. It represents a rate to answer your message. They are 92%, and it is a good rate. It is useful to contact manufacturers with 90% or over rate. Because you will contact manufacturer by messaging, and they must reply your message quickly. You might ask some differences with your orders. You will make deals with manufacturers, etc. You must stay in touch anytime. For example, next one. The rate is 71%. When you send message to them, they might reply you back 2 to 3 days later. But you can't wait 2 to 3 days for business. So it is useful to contact manufacturers with 90% or over response rate. It is useful not to contact manufacturer with 70%, 60% or less response rate. We have checked one section according to one of our criteria. Now on, we can continue the analysis in detail. What was our criteria? 5 years or over experience and 90% or over response rate. This manufacturer is reasonable for us. We'll have a look of him. This manufacturer is not a reasonable for us because his main product is outdoor and it doesn't match what we need. 8 in his response rate is not high. He might reply your message late when you send a message. We don't want this kind of things, so I am passing him. Let's have a look for this manufacturer. He has 93% response rate. It is good. His main product is not similar with us, but let's have a look the profile anyways. Next manufacturer has 68% response rate. It is really weak. When we compare with others, it is obvious that he has sold and shipped less product. We can see these information here. The next manufacturer has 10 years of experience, and he has 89% response rate. It is good. Let's have a look of the profile. While we have a look in profile, you'll understand at which criteria we'll check for. Let's continue. We will have a look for this manufacturer as well. He has 9 years of experience and his main product seems similar with what we need. Travel pillow, so on, they are similar products what we are searching for. 87% is a good rate as well. I think that they will reply back quickly. Let's continue. I'll take one more. Here is another one. He is a 10-year vendor. His transaction level is high. It has shipped over 260,000 in last 6 months. He has 86% response rate. Good. Below one is 69%. Is not good. Let's continue. What we are specifically searching is to see our needed products in main product category, or the similar ones. Let's have a look if there is any of them what we are searching for. If there is no, then there is nothing to do. We'll have already seen an including section. It means the main product is not the same with us. There is nobody is producing our needed product mainly. None of them put our needed product on the main section. Now, we'll continue to search for in our chosen profiles. We've entered the manufacturer main page. We'll continue analyzing by other information. Our main goal is that to know if this manufacturer focus on our product and if he is qualified enough. How can we understand this? Here is the product categories on the bar. Here, we are looking at the manufacturer's selling product. Travel comforts, travel bags, travel essential, travel personal cares, etc. As we see, they are selling travel products. In a word, it seems that they are a company which focus on travel sector. Our need product is also related to traveling. It is pretty good. This is actually what we aim for. Our main aim is to find suppliers who produce the exact product that we need. Let's go down a little on the page. What we are looking at firstly. High transaction level. Here is the feedback section. You can read them as well. If there is any problem, somebody might have written it down in the feedback section. Here is business type. For this company, it is manufacturer, trader company. There must be two different possibility. It must be either manufacturer or trader. Trader means a company to supply products from a manufacturer and selling them to you. It is better for us that contact a manufacturer, not a trader. When we have a look at the product category section, if the manufacturer has the same kinds of products, we can say that he is a real manufacturer, not a supplier. However, if you see trader term in business type category, they probably have lots of different kinds of products in the product category section. They are able to supply products from tons of manufacturers because they don't produce. Our aim is focus on the manufacturers. Even if it is a trading company, it must contain similar products that we need in the product category. For example, they have travel products. They shouldn't have wooden furniture products or toys in the product category. If they have a wide variety of products, they may not be focused on the products we need. Let's continue. They have written down the main product already. Our aim is to find bigger companies, so total employees must be at least 20 and over. For this company, it's 51T100, so it is nice. It was established in 2003. We've already seen that they are 15 years of a vendor. You can see where the company is. They are in China. They have plenty of information about the product. For example, if a certificate is needed, you can check it on the page. They also have a trademark. You should have a look at all of them. Another section we should have a look is main market. 61% is North America already. Again, it is a good indicator. In this case, it is generally selling products to North America. We'll sell the products to North America. So we can say that they know the environment. Check out the main product section. Our needed product is here and tagged as main product. They marked our needed product as their main product. So it is really nice. Mean that they have huge knowledge about the product. Because they are producing this product essentially. Let's go down on the page. You can reach more information about the factory here. You can see what they have in the company in this section. They've written down the test equipment related to quality control here. Pretty good. In this section, you should check out that if your product needs any certification or testing. For example, let's say that you will sell food and FDS certification is needed. You will have to make a deal with manufacturer who provides and has FDA certification. So it is essential to have a look that if they have the certification with the product. We've already looked at up of the page that where it exports the product. It sells to North America. It must already be North America where we were expecting. Response rate is an important one for us too. It must be at least 90% and over. They are already responding in 24 hours. These mean that this manufacturer is a good one. There are some reports which are published by Bureau Veritas. You can read the evaluations about your manufacturer, and here Bureau Veritas is an inspection company. These kind of companies inspect manufacturer with the help of Alibaba, then Alibaba is publishing the report in the page. We have already marked verified suppliers, and this company has been verified by Bureau Veritas. You can read the reports in here. We have made our evaluation about this company. Let's have a look others. When we have a look to another company, verified supplier has been written here too. By whom this company has been verified? You can see that Bureau Veritas has verified this company. We'll have a look the same information in here too. It is written trading company for this one. We can understand that this company not a manufacturer, a company who supply products from manufacturers and sell them. It might be better to work with manufacturers. But even if this one is a trader company, we should have a look in product category anyways. Let's have a look what they have. As I said, table and armchair accessories, sport and entertainment products, tons of products related to gaming, for example, selling water bottle and tumbler, drinking straws, pipe, kitchen, dining, and bars. They have less products related to our needed product. When you have a look at main product section, you can see that their main products are homeware, sports and camping products. This is the type of supplier that we should choose to work. This is a trade company, so might be a little problem for us, and their main category is not the same with ours in selling plenty of products. We are searching a company which can reply our question and which can research on our product, so this company seems like not the company which can do what we ask for. This is a big company with less than 24 hours response rate and a huge exports figure. It is okay. We don't have any problems with them. However, they aren't qualified for our needed product. Their main products look like more for kitchen products. We also analyzed this company. Let's continue the next one. For example, this company has been evaluated by SGS Group. Their main category is mattress, futon cover, bean bag, dog bed. They have a lot of different categories. Let's have a look their product category section. They sell barbecue cover, weighted blanket which are not related to our needed product. They sell pet products and so. They also sell travel pillow which is our needed product. It is useful not to choose this supplier because its main products is not related to our needed product. They have focused on other products mainly, and as a sub-industry, they maybe produce our needed products, maybe they are not. There is written that manufacturer and trading company means they are producing some of them. For example, they might likely be supply our needed product from a manufacturer. So we don't choose this one. They might be a good company with a high export rate and with plenty of stuff. However, they seem like they are not related to with our needed products. So let's eliminate this one too. Next one is the company has been evaluated by SGS Group. As main products, they have travel pillow. You can see from there that they are a manufacturer and trader company. Other information like response rate is similar. Let's have a look the main category in product category section. Generally, categories are related to pillows. They are selling pillow product. We are already searching a company who sells similar product with our needed product. Our needed product is travel pillow too. They are generally selling similar products. Leg pillow, neck pillow, so on. This is our aim. Our aim was to find the manufacturer who sell pillow products as main category. This one is also look like a qualified supplier, manufacturer. The next one is a company which has been evaluated by Bureau Veritas Manufacture and Trading Company. Let's have a look its main category and product category. We are seeing socks here. They look like a company focus on socks mainly. A company which focus on socks. So they can't satisfy our expectations. That is why we are eliminating this company too. You have understood what our aims are. In words, we are trying to find companies with same main products with ours. You have seen what we are looking for particularly. In next episode, I will explain you how to find this kind of manufacturer and contact them. You have learned how to evaluate manufacturers and analyze them. In next episode, we'll pass how to contact them. See you in next episode. Hello, friends. I explained to you how to choose and contact a manufacturer in our last video. In Alibaba, we are choosing suppliers and clicking to the search box and writing down words what we are searching for. We can find your needed products by writing down some searching words like inflatable, food rest travel, travel food rest pillow, etc. After the searching process with main words, we are making evaluations among manufacturers. How we were evaluating. The information which belongs to the manufacturer is important for us. Firstly, we were choosing verified suppliers and trade insurance, then we were specifying manufacturers that have the same main products category with what we needed product. You should find a lot of manufacturers in this way. For example, there were 400 manufacturers after filtering for our needed product. After analyzing in detail and checking for the main product section, there will be fewer numbers of manufacturers. And now, I will mention how to contact them. How you should send message to manufacturers. What the message should consist of. I will explain to you. I have written a text as our template. Let's continue by checking this text. How to introduce yourself. What kind of questions should we ask? What manufacturer wants from you? What we want from manufacturers, etc. We are specifying all of them here. Let's continue on them step by step. First of all, it might be useful that you should introduce yourself as a company. So even if you don't have a company, take behavior as there is one. And you can introduce yourself as the purchasing manager or the company representative. The first thing that we need to mention that we are working for a company and we want to contact you. In the beginning, we are telling them what our purpose is here. We want to create a goodly relation for a good and profitable trade to each other. And we are introducing ourselves like we are a home good, patio, lawn and garden company in words. We are mentioning what we are selling, in which category, we have numbers of selling rate, you can fulfill it with an average number. We have such kind of selling, etc. After introducing ourselves, we are saying so, we want to create a profitable and good relation. You should mention about something for manufacturer. The manufacturer might have plenty of products, so you should mention which product you are talking about. We are planning to purchase our needed product to add to our product line. What is our product? What we are searching for. Let's go to Amazon and write main product name. Inflatable travel foot rest pillow was our title. We had already continued on this title. We are pasting our title for the missing word area in our template. You can do this as well. We are saying that we want to purchase inflatable travel foot rest pillow. Then we should mention about size of the product. We can't expect that the manufacturer could understand us at the time. Because when we enter the site, there are small, medium, and large for this product. Which size we are searching for, we need to determine and continue. Let's click to see more information. There must include a size. Let's check the size of the one that we want. The size of our one is visible here. It's 18/10/15 ink. You can write it down as cm, however, generally ink is used in Amazon. We'll write 18/15/10 in dimensions section. In words, we are describing the products here. We are telling that 18/15/10 ink. And we are sending a same product link. Similar to this link, in our template. We are copying the link in Amazon page and paste in our template to prevent all of misunderstanding. There is a section which starts it is very important to durable. It is an important section. What is important for us? We will mention it here. You can start like it is very important. How can we learn it? We have learned it in our creating a difference. We can read the feedback of products, comments of our opponents, etc. And making some differences on the product. If there is a problem which quality, we repair it. We can do tons of things to make a difference. You should write it down how to make difference, what you want specifically on the product. For example, if you want more durable, you should write it down in this section. Let's check our product status. Now, we are having a look at comment analyzing our product. As I remember, this product had a problem with losing air. We need to focus on this problem. I am opening Review Downloader and especially ask for negative comments. Means show reviews with 1/2/3 starts on the 5. And here we go. Surely, you can do it by yourself manually. We need to have a look for comments gradually on the page. The important thing is to read the comment and to establish the problem. This one was used in airplane. For example, this one used in the armchair, and there wasn't any space on the front side. It is not a problem for us. Even this problem doesn't belong to the product. In this comment, it was mentioned that this pillow has a problem with losing air. In another comment, there was a little bit of losing air. Probably they were talking about the cap. They said not dependable means it's an untrustable product. You may have a problem, they said. Let's have a look at another comment. What was written? You should read all of these comments carefully. I'm reading them quickly to explore what is the general problem. For example, in this comment, I have used it 3 times, and I still have losing air problem. You should read all of them carefully to have huge knowledge about the product before contact manufacturer. Because manufacturer will ask you some questions about the product size, quality, so on. To reply these questions, you should know the product. In this comment, they mentioned that there were 2 holes on the product. It is a problem for product which fulfills by air. The qualification is important for this product. Lose air and it likely blow out. This one mentioned what should you care while you blow up without a pump. The pillow needs this title might be important. They mentioned what the product needs. For example, here, mentioned about the exposure time. You should blow up after a while gradually because it is getting smaller after for a while. This one has mentioned that some air out. Let's have a look if there is any other problem. Doesn't fit in. For where? For airplane seat. The product size can be changeable by considering the airplane seats. Airplane seats and the space between them is short. Arrangement can be made related to this. Because they generally mentioned about this topic and the pillow doesn't fit there. While in theory these make sense, they don't fit in the tiny space between seats. In a word, you should mention about this kind of this in the section which starts it is very important. For example, I want my product durable, my product shouldn't lose air, and I want the pump durable. These are the things that you should mention here. You should mention the problems with it's very important. After that, we can pass the another section. After a lot of research, we feel that your company could be a great supplier of this product, we are saying. And we would like to get some more information, and we have a few questions we are saying and asking for replying them. There is a asking about the sample. From the beginning, we are asking if they could send us a sample of product, and we offer to pay delivery fees by PayPal. The sample is really important for us, we should get them. Now, we'll continue with the manufacturers, and let's say we found 3 manufacturers that are reasonable with price and fit with our criteria. We want to get samples from all of 3 manufacturers, and we'll make comparison. We'll continue with the best one. You can continue with the manufacturer who has sent the best sample. However, there is a problem related with China. Although some manufacturers send you a good sample, they might send you bad, poor products. Therefore, don't trust them too much. Another reason to get the sample is to take a picture, actually. We want to get the sample because we think that it is necessary for taking a picture of the product and see the quality. You should ask for a sample too, You can use it for taking pictures and the quality control process. After having your sample, you can ask to make some differences on the product after checking it. However, there is no 100% of trust for manufacturers about it. There are some audit companies. If you don't trust completely, you can ask them to evaluation your product there. After a few evaluations, you can trust your manufacturer, and you can decide not to evaluate anymore. As I said, the Chinese might send different products than sample one, so it is useful to evaluate the products there. There is no problem if you are doing it in any country, because you can evaluate your own. You are delivering products to the USA, so you probably would be unsuccessful if your products don't qualify enough. Let's continue. We are asking in how many days can we get the sample? They are delivering with express cargo, so it takes 5 to 7 days. You should send the products to Amazon urgently. What kind of packing do you normally use for this product? For example, on the site, there is a little backpack to carry this product in the main picture on the page. If you want to get this kind of thing, you should mention it too. They are already saying what kind of packing they have done for their previous customers in this section. You should ask this too. Later on, we want to get a price after giving more details about our order. We want to order 300 units as a trial order, and if we satisfied your products and sales, we'll make order with more units. We are saying our mind here. In below, what is the cost of products per unit including shipping via DHL or UPS to the desired Amazon location? There is an important point here. I'll prepare a video about shipping already. In a word, there is a section with shipping terms, trade terms. There are some terms like DDP, DDU, X-Work, FOB. These are cargo terms. We ask the DDP cargo means delivery duty paid. I will explain it later on, but let me know to mention a little bit if we make a deal by DDP. The delivery company makes all the procedures from the manufacturer to Amazon storage. All the procedures consist of the customs transaction, etc. If you make a deal with DDP, you are not doing anything. If you make a deal without DDP, you have to do all customs transactions procedures by your own. So, we want to make a deal with DDP, and we remark it here. Means all responsibilities are belong to you from your factory to Amazon storage. It is useful to say so in the beginning. Make a deal with DDP. You can change the process when you adjust your own transporter, and you can use different terms. You can use this for now. And here, I am a shipping address. Amazon is not providing you this address until you make a shipping plan or creating a page on Amazon. However, manufacturers are asking the shipping address in order to calculate the shipping fee. At which storage our product will go, they are asking. They will ask the same question to you in order to give you a price if you don't write an address. You will unable to give you an address because you haven't made any shipping plan. But you can use the address of Amazon storage in Dallas. When you make a shipping plan, Amazon will give you the real address. Our orders are generally going to Dallas. For last a few weeks, they have been going to Amazon storage in Joliet. Either Dallas or Joliet, you can give one of two Amazon storage addresses. The shipping fee won't be changed too much when you change the address. That is why there is nothing to worry. You can take your shipping fee by sending this address. When you make your shipping plan, Amazon will already give you a real address. No worries, they will give you the same address that they give us. Your manufacturer calculate these storage as your address. Even if you change your address, the shipping fee's not changing too much. Amazon is giving addresses where in the middle of the US. Then is distributing in new addresses among its storages. Therefore, I wanted to warn you about this already now. If you don't write any addresses, the manufacturers would ask you at which storage for shipping address. Primarily, you should know that you can't know this without preparing a shipping plan and making list. And to take a fee, you can use this address or the Amazon storage address in Joliet that we are shipping products. Recently, let's pass the another question. How long does it take to manufacture once an order has been placed? Why this is important for us? Because we are making a plan here. Let's say manufacture will take 20 days and shipping will take 30 days, so we are making a plan for 50 days. The products will be on our hand in 50 days. And we are adjusting our orders according to this information. If the manufacturer takes too much time, we can shipment by airway. Or for following orders, this information will be important for us. Maybe they already have the prepared one, so they would say we can produce it within 3 days. Therefore, this information is essential point for us. We should know in how many days they are producing. Later on, let's say 300 units we send and 30 units in a day, we start to sell. This means you have stock just for 10 days. You should send new products within 10 days. If you sell 10 units in a day, it means you have stocks for 1 month. It is necessary to send them within 30 days. Therefore, you must know the manufacture time of your manufacturer and the shipping time to make a stock plan. Because we are spending too many advertisements to appear on the first page and stay there, we should have stock anytime. When our stock is low, the system will throw us right on the back pages. To come back the front page, you will have to pay advertising costs again to come to the first page. Therefore, you must make your stock plan wonderfully. To make it wonderfully, you must know the production time of your manufacturer and shipping time. After asking these questions, we should say, I would be grateful if you would contact with us with the answers to the above questions then. We are adding again, we hope that we will be able to start mutually beneficial relationship. Thank you our name and in position. By this way, we are finishing our message. Here, if you introduce yourself as purchasing agent might be some positive view like, you have a big company. And you are the purchasing agent. In this way, their behaviors change positively for you. For sending this kind of message, you are thinking differently than other receivers. After taking fees for products and ordering the products process, you can try to make a bargain. For example, they are saying $5 for a product, and you can say that my boss is asking if it is possible for $4.50. This means that you should seem like an agent. If you can, a bargain chance you might have. Therefore, it is useful to use such term as purchasing agent. In this way, we could have determined our text. In the next episode, I will explain to you how to send this text quickly to determined manufacturers and how to contact them. See you in the next episode. Hello, friends. We've determined what kind of text we should send to manufacturers in the previous lesson. First of all, we should introduce ourselves to the manufacturer and then give some information about the product what we want. Here on the screen, we are introducing our product and send a link which is similar to our product to the manufacturer. Then, we read comments of our opponents. We have found how to improve our product in the opponent's comment. We were going to tell the manufacturer that this product should be more qualified and shouldn't lose air. We are writing this below the link that is for a similar product in our template, and we are asking some questions about the sample, packing etc. to the manufacturer. Then, we are asking questions about the fee of the product. Finally, we are asking the manufacturer cost, how many days the production process can take. We inform the manufacturer that we will decide whether to continue or not according to the answers, and we are sending the text to the manufacturer. I have already explained how to find manufacturers. We are marking the verified suppliers and the trade assurance buttons. By this way, the number of suppliers is decreasing from 1,500 to 425. Then, according to the properties, we continue to decrease the number. After we enter the manufacturer profile, on the side we are choosing manufacturers who have the same or similar products with ours in their main product section. For example, this supplier is a good one, producing our needed product and focusing on them. It is a company that has already been verified in qualifications evaluated by Bureau Veritas. We are having a look at the main product category and choosing the manufacturers which have the same similar products. We have 425 manufacturer suppliers. So what now? For example, we'll choose 100 of them according to our criteria. And we will send the text that we prepared all of them. Then manufacturer suppliers will start to reply us for our mail. According to the response rate, they will give you a reply. For example, this company who has 92% will have replied to you back in a day. We don't prefer to send messages to manufacturers who have less response rate. However, to try this topic, I will send this message to manufacturers that I determined about 100 to 150, and we'll see all together that the response rate, what kind of questions they will ask, how they will respond to your message, and something like these. Alright. Let's say you find 100 to 200 suppliers. How could you send this message to all of them at the same time? Normally we are doing that one by one, like this. There is a contact supplier section on the page. We are clicking there, then the system is directing you to contact manufacturer via Alibaba. It is necessary to make copy-paste in here our template text that I prepared before. However, if we do copy-paste for each, this process takes too much time for us. Therefore, I will show you something here on the screen. Firstly, we'll add them all to our favorite list. Let's say we have added 100 manufacturers to the list. Then, in Favorites section, we can send bulk message. I advise you to do the same thing. Because it will take too much time to send messages for 100 manufacturers one by one. You should send a message to a lot of suppliers to find the best price, the most qualified one. Therefore, you should use this adding favorite method. And it is useful to use it. I will show how to make it. For example, we like this supplier. Its properties have matched with our criteria. Therefore, I am adding this one to my favorite list by clicking on to Favorite section. We add it in our favorite list. We are going to down on the page. We didn't like this supplier's the main products. Let's continue. There was our needed product in this supplier's main products list. So we could choose this one too, however, its response rate is just 61%. I wouldn't choose this normally, but for testing, let's choose this one too. We are choosing manufacturers in the direction of our criteria. I am choosing 5 to 10 of them randomly to send bulk messages to show you. However, you must choose them according to the criteria that I showed you. Alright, I have chosen 6 or 7 of them. How we can send them a bulk message? I will show you how. We are clicking the favorite section where is on the top right. All the manufacturers I have chosen in the list are visible here. Now, if you want, you can contact one by one with clicking the Contact Supplier section on the right. However, we want to contact all of them at the same time. So we are clicking the little box on the left, and then clicking the Contact Suppliers section means that contact all of them. All the manufacturers are on the list, and we'll send messages to all of them. In the message section, we will make copy-paste our template message that we worked on. Below the message section, there is a box, and it says required enter a password. JXWJ, we have entered the password. When we click the Send Inquiry Now section, your message will have gone to all of them. I am sending the message. Our message has been sent to the 7 to 8 manufacturers that we had determined. You can send a bulk message to all the manufacturers that match your criteria in your list at the same time. We have learned how to send a bulk message. And now, we have to wait for answers from the manufacturers. According to their message, we'll continue by taking evaluations and fees of products. How to send a bulk message, you have seen this video. See you in the next video. Hello friends. I will explain to you what Incoterms are in this video. Means international delivery terms. In a word, we can consider them as transport terms. You must know these terms if you are making international import or export. We are also making deals with our manufacturers' suppliers by these terms, in order to ask them to ship the products to the USA. We can't take the price actually without don't know these terms. Therefore, we are going to learn these terms. Because our suppliers will give us prices on the terms. Our purpose is get the products which has been produced by the manufacturer to Amazon storage. In order to realize our purpose, there are some people who are called freight forwarder. You can adjust those freight forwarders on your own, however, suppliers probably work with some of them already. I will explain to you how to find freight forwarders, but if you want, you can work with suppliers ones as well. So, you should know these terms. We will have a look briefly. Then, I will explain to you which one I advise you, and which one is better and easier for your job. Now, I'll mention about 4 terms. Actually, there are more than 12 terms. However, there are 4 terms related to Amazon. While shipping process from China or any country, we use these most used 4 of them. First one is EXW, second one is FOB, third one is DDU, and fourth one is DDP. I will gradually explain to you all of these. Briefly, these are the connection between suppliers and us. Here, we are explaining the responsibility of products during shipping. In a word, who will be responsible for taxes and who will care about the customs procedures. According to these terms, the customs procedures and so on are defined by whom. Briefly, I will explain by Q what are these terms: EXW, FOB, DDU, DDP. The first one is EX work. This means the product which has been produced by the manufacturer is at the factory now. There is not an agreement with a freight forwarder. If the buyer is responsible for the shipping from the manufacturer's factory to Amazon storage, this is an X work. If the manufacturer give you a price with X work, you will be responsible for all the delivering procedures like tariff or other taxes. If the manufacturer says this is my X work price for you, it means that the product will be produced and will be at my factory. In words, I won't deliver the product neither the port nor the Amazon storage. And I won't be responsible for the taxes or any other procedures, so the X work means you are doing all the procedures from the manufacturer's factory to Amazon storage. You can understand from the image on the screen. There is a seller on the left, and the product is at the seller. All the responsibilities belong to us after the seller section until the product reaches Amazon storage. You can see it in the image already. You are responsible for the product shipment, carrying them to port, customs duties, import-export taxes, and taking the products from customs and so on. You will take care of all of these if you make a deal with the manufacturer by X work. The manufacturer will be responsible for producing the products and holding them at the factory. Other responsibilities until Amazon storage are all belong to you. So, the responsibility will belong to the freight forwarder that you will adjust. Let's pass the another term that is FOB. It is useful to explain the difference of this from the previous one via this image on the screen. In FOB, the products are produced by the manufacturer and delivered from the factory to the ship. Other procedures belong to you. As you see on the screen, the products are delivered the lading for a ship, not to Amazon storage. After the lading process, other responsibilities will belong to you according to FOB. Another term is DDU. Delivered duty unpaid. According to DDU, the products completely reach from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage. However, there is a really important difference between DDU and DDP terms. At both of them, the products reach from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage. The difference is one of them is paid, another one is unpaid. The difference is, at the DDU, the receiver is responsible for all the customs taxes, as so on. However, at the DDP, the manufacturer is responsible for all the procedures from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage. I advise you to make a deal with the DDP for beginning. We are already saying to the manufacturer that we want to get our products with the DDP to Amazon storage while making contact. As you understand from the image on the screen, there are a lot of terms. X work, CPT, CIP, there are some differences between them. For example, one of them just carries the products to the port, one carries to a post port, one carries to Amazon storage without paying the customs duties, etc. But the DDP is the best one. It is door to door. When you make a deal by the DDP, the manufacturer responsible for the shipping of the products to the Amazon storage and takes care of all the procedures like customs duties, taxes, etc. If you make a deal like this, you don't have any problem. While asking for the price, it is useful to ask with the DDP. What will you do if you want to adjust your own freight forwarders? If you make a deal with the FBO, they carry to the port, or the products wait at the manufacturer's factory. If you make a deal with the X work, then you are direct the freight forwarders that you adjusted to the factory, and then they are shipping to the Amazon storage. Thereby, it is really important to ask the prices like this. If you are planning to hire your own freight forwarders, you should take price either the X work or the FOB, but likely the FOB. But if you make your deal with the DDP, you won't have any problem. From the beginning, it is useful to make deals with DDP. When you have some experience, if you find cheaper freight forwarder, you can use other terms. There is no problem with them as well. However, I advise you to make a deal with the DDP at your first order. In time, when you get some experience gradually, you won't have to work with suppliers' freight forwarders. You can make a deal with freight forwarders directly. Suppliers will able to get a commission from you if they adjust their own freight forwarders, and the price might be a little higher. If you adjust your own freight forwarders, you can make these processes a little bit cheaper. I'll show you how to find freight forwarders, their websites, and how to take a price from them. Thus, you'll able to decrease the prices by finding your freight forwarders. But in the beginning, it is beneficial to take prices by making a deal with the DDP. If you make a deal like this, you won't any problem in the beginning, and you don't labor the customs things. I have mentioned you about the Incoterms at this video. I explained 4 terms: EXW, FOB, DDU, DDP. I explained in which case you should choose which one. Because when you contact manufacturers, you will use these terms. These terms have been created because of the differences among responsibilities. You won't have any problem if you make deals on these terms. So it is beneficial to know these terms. See you in the next episode. Friends, I'll show you how to find the freight forwarders to deliver your products from the manufacturer's factory in China or other countries to the Amazon storage. I have mentioned you some Incoterms like EXW, FOB, DDU, and DDP. And I explained to you which one you can work. As you know, if you make a deal with the DDP, all the responsibilities of the products belong to the manufacturer from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage. You can make a deal differently like FOB or EX work. I explained to you all of them in detail. According to the terms, they have some differences in responsibilities between the manufacturer and the receiver. Let's say that you made a deal with this company on the screen, and they are producing your product. The manufacturers probably have a freight forwarder to work together. You can work their freight forwarders if you want. You can ask the price from the freight forwarders while you are contacting the manufacturer. You also can ask with how much money they are making a deal. However, there is another possibility that you can adjust on your own. You can find them on Freightos. There are a lot of websites available like Freightos. Freightos is a platform that provides people to meet like Alibaba. As I said, you can use the suppliers or the manufacturer's freight forwarders, however they might ask for a little bit higher price. They might have a negative side like this. The freight forwarders probably get a commission on the work with the manufacturer because they have an agreement. That is why their prices might be a little higher. So it will be really useful to get a price on freights, even if you decide to work with the freight forwarders of your manufacturer. Freightos is important for us to know if your manufacturer gives us a real price or not. You can find a freight forwarder from here and take a price. I will show you how. After taking the price, you can tell to your manufacturer that I take a cheaper price from others, so either you decrease the price, or I will make a deal with them for delivering. As I said before, you can either make a deal with your manufacturer's freight forwarders or find and hire on your own on Freightos and other platforms to deliver your products to the Amazon storage. Now, let's use to find how to find our freight forwarders. You have to log in first. I already have an account, so I will log in direct. If you don't have an account, you can sign up easily with your mail address. After sign up, when you enter the Freightos website, this screen will meet you here. We'll fill in these blanks related to our products. But before that, there is something to do. On the top right of the screen, there is a yellow section is that click to ship to Amazon FBA. We are clicking it because we are searching for one for an Amazon job. After clicking the yellow button, we are passing the other section to find freight forwarders to deliver the products to the Amazon FBA storage. Firstly, there are 2 options. Which one you will packing the products? Either pallets or containers. We are choosing pallets boxes crates on the left. Because we want boxes. Now, you should fill in the blanks of the information about the boxes. Let's write the information of the products that we sent last week from your country. They were boxes, so I am choosing box section here. We sent 7 units, so I am filling the blank with 7. The boxes are limited by a specific heaviness and sizes, so you can't make them heavier or oversize. 23 kilograms for each box. Amazon is telling you that already. I will prepare a video about how must be the box size of your product, how heavy it must be, so on. We have sent the standard one, 50-40-25. The sizes are cm, and you can turn it to inch if you want. I am writing 50-40-25, and we will ask for the price like this. If you are sending from Europe, cm is used for calculating generally, but the data from China likely will be on inch. You already filling the data on inch in Amazon. You are filling the weight of one box for each box heaviness. We had totally 84 kilograms of heaviness products. There were 7 boxes. There must be a different situation here. For example, let's say that you have 7 units of products with 50-40-25 type of boxes and 12 kilograms for each. And you are putting 50 each of the boxes, and there is another box that you will put just 25. Surely, this box won't be the same size as the others, and its heaviness probably will be half. For this situation, you should click the Add Another Load below the section and choose one for the how many, and should fill the product sizes and heaviness in the blanks. After filling the heaviness and sizes section, let's pass the next step. There are 2 questions are waiting for us. First one is who is labeling the boxes? It is an easy step indeed. The suppliers are doing this already, so we are choosing the My Supplier Me section. I already will explain this topic at the shipping planning category. Amazon provides you 2 kinds of labels. One of them is for attaching on the products, another one is for attaching on boxes. In this way, they are able to understand that these boxes and products belong to us by checking the labels on the boxes and products. Therefore, we are choosing who will make the labeling process here. We are marking that our supplier will do it. You can choose the freight forwarders for this process, however they might ask some money for that. Let's pass the next step, who is placing your boxes on pallets. You should make a deal with your supplier about this. It is an issue that the supplier must do this. It might be necessary to talk about it once more. Once again, if you make this section freight forwarders, you might have to pay a little higher. Next again. Here, we determine when and in which direction the product will have sent. I am choosing a random date for the goods ready, estimated, section related to the delivery. From where the product will be taken? Is it from the manufacturer's factory, or you made a deal another way? For example, from the port with FBO, etc. I explained to you already. You are choosing one of them. At the beginning, you will probably get the products from the manufacturer. However, you can make a deal with the FBO when you have enough experience. We are selecting that we'll get the product from the manufacturer's storage. In real, we have sent these same size and heaviness products for $300 from Europe. And they have reached within 5 days. Now we are calculating for the same products from China. How many days the process will take? You can choose origin city country as you wish. We'll make a calculation according to the selected country. I selected China because we'll make a calculation for China. For the city zip code section, you will find where your manufacturer is. The manufacturer probably give you the address, however, you can find the address by own. Let's have a look where this manufacturer is. When you enter the manufacturer profile on Alibaba, there is probably written somewhere on the page where they are. Here it is on the right. It is in Benjiang. Let's make it copy/paste in the blink at 4 zip code section. And the city name has been written. Let's update the date as well. After we finish the top section, we determine where the products will go in the bottom section. Our product will go to the Amazon storage because we have chosen it as the DDP. As you know, Amazon has tons of storage around the world. It has a lot of storage in the USA. The product will go to one of Amazon's storages, but you can send them separately to 4 to 5 different storages as well. You are determining it while you are making shipping plan. We prefer to send the same storage, otherwise we have to pay different shipping fee. So, it is useful to choose the same one. The city section in destination means you are choosing in which city the products you want to take. After making a product list and shipping plan, Amazon is telling you that send the products at the determined storage. I'll select the Joliet storage. I want to make it same with Europe one. Emerald Drive, Joliet 2. I am selecting, then clicking the next. On this page, it is needed to fill some information related to the customs processes. Add customs brokerage services to your quote. If you have your own brokerage, you can select no. However, in the beginning, you probably won't have any brokerage. So you will select the above one. Actually, it is not necessary. You want freight forwarders to deal with customs procedures. If you send just one kind of product, you should choose one for here. If more than one, then you can change it like 2, 3, 4, etc. Means we want our freight forwarders to do this work. There is a custom bond, means when the products reach to USA, you are taking a bond. If you click yes, you can take your bond in this page too. Let's click yes, then you will see a price table. Let's write down that this is a shipment for $1,000, then you gain $50. If you send on sea route, you can gain $75. You can deal with it by talking with the freight forwarder, because they already have an annual plan like this on right part of screen. It is not necessary to make it one by one. They have an annual deal for $500. By making a deal with them, you can overcome it easier. It is not necessary to pay $50 for each shipment, therefore, we are not selecting now. We are choosing no, I already have one. Let's continue, there is another section to fill here. Is this hazardous shipment, i.e. batteries, liquids? If you have, you should mark the blank. This is a personal shipment, no it is not. So we are not marking here. There is only one blank that you should mark. I am a foreigner importer. We are marking this one. Additional services, if you want additional services. What is that? For example, the insurance. If you want to make insurance for your product, you can mark here. But you don't have to. After completing all of these steps, we will search for freighter forwarders for totally 7 units, 84 kilograms. When we click the search, the system will show us the freight forwarders. Well, there is 111 results. It means we have 111 different price offers. Of course, there are price offers differently. You can make a choose among express, ocean, or air. Let's see the express ones only. One of them is providing the shipment in 1 to 4 days, another one is 3 to 6 days. And the prices is $881 and $800. Let's have a look for ocean ones and check the less price. When you choose the cheapest section on the filters, you can see the cheapest ones. The cheapest one is $585. You can see how many days it takes, below of company names. It takes 40 to 48 days. So you can understand how long the process takes and how expensive from China. Let's have a look for air shipping. How much are these ones? The cheapest one is $858. And it takes 20 to 26 days. You should calculate these days seriously. If you don't want to be out of stock, you have to choose Express One. In words, you send the products, and visible on the FIST page, and start to sell them swiftly. You should be out of stock in order to save your acceleration. You can send your products by this kind of fast, express shipment. As I said, there are 3 options, air, ocean, express. Which one is the fastest? When you select quickest in filter. When we select the cheapest one, it is making a line with starting cheapest one. Whichever you want to make a deal, you are starting to make a deal. You can see the comments from freight forwarders on the pages too. You can understand if the manufacturer is good or not from these comments. For example, this one has 256 and over shipment. This company has over 750 shipment. And they have 156 comments. I am selecting the comments to have a look. You can read the comments from here, and you can understand if the manufacturer is good or not. For example, one of them had a problem, and he wrote it down here. This one mentioned about the postponing. The product reached 1 month later. These are important datas, actually. However, we should look at the average comments. 156 comments might consist some negative and some positive ones. It is necessary to read them. If you feel any problem, it is useful to mention about problems while contacting. Now, we have taken the prices, what now? As I mentioned before, you don't have to use these freight forwarders. You can choose your manufacturer's freight forwarders too. Before taking a price from the manufacturer, you can use this information while calculating your profit margin. When the manufacturer gives you a price, you can say that we already take a price offer almost $850. We can work with you with shipping if you give me the near $850. However, it might be useful to make a deal with the manufacturer's freight forwarders because they already know the manufacturer's product. They can contact easier. You won't have any problem by this way. However, if they give you a high price, you can find your own freight forwarder on Freightos, and you can direct your product from manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage. I want to mention one more thing here. We sent the same size and heaviness product from Europe. The price was $300, and within 3 days, they reached Amazon storage. Generally, I advise you to do it in Europe, however it might change depends on your condition and profit margin. You can find the product from China as well. As you see, when you take the products from China, it takes 40 to 48 days and much more higher shipping price. This is the cheapest one. When you have a look to Express One, the quickest one, the price is increased to $881. As I said, we already sent the same product from Europe and it took just $300. Generally, I advise you to send products from Europe. You can see the shipping price is much more cheaper from Europe. Both it is delivering really fast and is going by air. We nearly aren't using the sea shipping in Europe. We are sending by air mostly. Like an express shipping, within 5 days it reaches the destination thanks to the distance. This procedures take much more time from China. If you don't want to spend much more time and take the products in 1 to 4 or 3 to 6 days, you have to pay more. My advice is finding manufacturer from Europe, and it is also a way help to increase European production capacity. It will be pretty good to sell the product from Europe to the USA. However, this is a subject that might be chance depends on your profit margin and a lot of different factors. You can make a deal and take prices as you want from these freighter forwarders. We have learned how to ask prices and find freight forwarders on Freightos. When you click the select on the screen, you are directing the agreement page with freight forwarders. See you in the next episode. Well, friends, the latest, we sent a bulk message to the suppliers and manufacturers that we had found on Alibaba. At the bulk message, we gave some information and asked some question about the product. Our suppliers, manufacturers have replied our message, and we will have a look and analyze what they are saying about the price, what they want from us. Let's continue by looking at the messages one by one. And I'll continue by explaining on messages. After sign into Alibaba, on the left side there is a message center section. When you click it, you can see the received messages. You can keep messaging with manufacturers via Alibaba. Let's continue one by one and start with the first one. We had asked a lot of questions, and this manufacturer answered the question one by one. Firstly, we asked something about the sample. This company is asking $80 for the sample. Generally, there is something to say for the sample. The sample is free, however you have to afford the shipping. And you can afford the shipping to get the sample. You'll see that just for one sample, some manufacturers ask from $30 to $100. Generally, it is useful to know the sample's fee. It depends between $30 and $100, and the price is averagely around $50. You can take the sample within 7 to 10 days. They are saying so. We asked some question about packing. They are preparing OpBag. It is a nylon bag indeed. Let's have a look what OpBag is. OpBag is a kind of nylon bag. It is on the screen now. I will already prepare a video about packing type. And the manufacturer has said they are packing like this. We had said we want to take 300 units of products as a trial order, and we gave the address of storage. And we said the shipping fee would belong to us. And the manufacturer replied with an X work price. It means that the products will be produced and stayed at the manufacturer's factory. I explained to you what X work, DDP, FOB are the Incoterms section. For X work, the unit price is $4.70. You can calculate for 300 units. And for DDP, the price will be $650 for shipping. You can control the shipping fees on Freightos, and you can take price from there for shipping, and you can make a deal with them. You don't have to make a deal with the manufacturer's freight forwarders. And you can tell them that I took a price on Freightos. If you decrease the price, we can work with your freight forwarders. Here, we take the price for making the profit margin. The price is $4.70 per unit for 300 products, and the shipping is $650. Averagely, the shipping fee is about $2 per unit. And totally, the cost is $6.70 per unit. Surely, you will have fewer price offers. I already mentioned before, and as you know, this price for X work is $4.70. The products will be at the manufacturer's factory. And from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage price, shipping price, is $650. So, what about the producing period? The answer is 15 to 20 days. In this way, this manufacturer has already answered all our questions. If we like it and agree on the price, it looks like a manufacturer that we can make a deal. The manufacturer wrote a clear message with fairly prices. So we can analyze this one in detail. I will open the messages of reasonable manufacturers on a new page. Let's continue and have a look at the another one. This one has replied the message with photos and in detail. They mentioned that they are the company focus on these products. And gave some information like the material and the size this product on the screen. We asked for this product already. They sent photos of the product. We asked for the large one, but they sent all the sizes photos for making the size clear. It is a good work, actually. They mentioned about this kind of packing type on the screen. It is a good work again. We might want to a packing style to create a difference. There are such information as the box size, its heaviness, below the photo. While you ask for a price on Freightos, you can use these sizes and heaviness information to fill in the blank. They mention important information here. MOQ, minimum order quantity, it means the fewer order units. It's 500 units. They aren't accepting the order of 300 units. You can order at least 500 units of products, and with DDP the unit price is $5.20. They mention about the sample here. The sample will be sent you within 3 working days. And the price is $55. There is a PayPal account number too. The sample will be received within 5 days by express shipping. It will be sent to the freight forwarders in 3 days. They explained the packing type here. They mentioned MMQ, and it must be 500. I already mentioned you for that term before. The shipping days will take 20 to 25 days. The price will be $5.20 set if we order at least 500 units. This price for DDP. It means that from the manufacturer's factory to the Amazon storage, the price is $5.20 and the shipping is 20 to 25 days. The production takes 15 days. It is not useful for us to make an order of over 300 units, because it won't be a trial product anymore. It will be an investment with large amounts. You can do it if you want. You can order 500 units of product. However, we don't know if we will able to sell it or not, so we are not ordering more than 500 to 600 at the beginning. However, if the price is fairly good, it is a qualified company, and it is possible to make a deal. You can order 500 unit. You can do it if you are thinking that it is possible to sell goodly. Let's have a look to this company too. They answered and explained wonderfully. You will see that the other companies didn't explain goodly like this. We understood that this company answered goodly. Let's continue and see what Alice Ju said. This company sent 2 photos and said, "Look at the photos, then we can talk." It is not a good response indeed. We asked some questions in our mail. It might be better if they could respond to our questions. Let's pass the another one. It if not necessary to continue with this manufacturer. Next one. This company has replied our questions. We can produce this product, but 300 units not workable. Minimum is 3,000 units. Can you accept that? 3,000 units is too much for us. They can ask these kind of things. There is minimum order quantity. I mentioned it. Some companies make the MOQ as higher. Starting with a work with 3,000 units of products would be pretty costly. It is not reasonable to order 3,000 units a kind of product that you don't know if you will able to sell or not. Let's pass to the next one. This one is saying that they have sent us a price list via mail. Some of them want to make a deal via mail. Therefore, we will check it out in our mail. Generally, it is useful to contact via Alibaba. When you put in a claim for something on Alibaba, it will be pretty easy. Let's continue. Next company has said, the product you sent is not in our main product category. If you are interested in this product, it is useful to find a company which is producing this product professional. That is a good and clear answer. Let's continue. The next one has said, if you want to take a sample, we can do it. So after evaluation for the sample, we can talk again. I didn't like his answer, and his English is not good enough. That is why it is not necessary to continue with this one. You can see it is not a good supplier. For example, a few days ago, I had wrote this company. The answer is we'll send you email as soon as possible. They didn't reply yet. Quick respond is important for us. Contacting a supplier which not replying to us will occur some problems. You'll ask plenty of questions. So the manufacturer that you have a good communication will not leave in the lurch. For the next one, I have written a message which contains a lot of questions and information, and the answer is just hello. It's ridiculous. And not necessary to continue. The next one has replied that their sales team will contact us. Let's continue. The next one is that once more, will reply you ASAP. ASAP means as soon as possible. And there is no replying. It is useful to work with companies that reply quickly. Some of them are telling us that they will reply soon, but the process is important for us. Let's continue. Once again, they said, we'll contact you. Let's pass the another one for this one, although how many days have passed, they haven't replied yet. So you should work this, of course. Let's continue. This one is telling, I'll reply you quickly. But they are not answering quickly. Therefore, we are searching the companies which respond quickly. Some of them are answering, and some of them not. That is why we are sending a bulk message to 50 to 100 companies. We should continue with the companies which respond quickly. Then, after having communication strongly, we are passing the order section. Let's continue. Look at here, on the screen. Some of them are still out of answering, although how many days have passed. Let's have a look others. This manufacturer is saying, we don't have stock for this product. We are producing 2 tiers. We asked 3, not 3. And the MOQ must be 3,000 units. So we can help you with 300 units of product. We have already talked about it that it is not a good this to start with 3,000 units of products. We should follow our criteria. There is another one. They are also saying that you should make an order at least 3,000 units. 3,000 is not a suitable number for us. Let's continue. We finally have a match with a supplier responding properly. This one has mentioned about the product, its material, 0.55 millimeters of thickness, its size, blue color option, and packing type. There are 2 kinds of packing. There are 2 kinds of inflate cap type. And type prices are different. Type 1 is $4.35, another one is $4.55. If you want a logo on product, at least you order 2,000 units. We can make logo for 300 units of product. Logo is good and important for us. We are creating our own mark here. We want them to have logo, but 2,000 units is too much for us. And for the sample, it is $32 and the product will be on your hand within 4 to 6 days. $32 is a good price because we have seen $100, $80 for the sample one. And for the inflate cap, there is no stock for type 1, so the production process might take some times. And for shipping totally $630. and below the message there are two photos of the product. Maybe we cannot understand which one is type 1 or type 2. So let's open the photo and have a look what is type 1 and type 2. Here they are. Type 1 is on the left and type 2 is on the right. Type 2 looks like more qualified, that is why we should choose type 2. There is not a big difference between them already. Type 1 is $4.35, type 2 is $4.55. Type 2 looks like a bit qualified because when we were reading the comments of the products, we saw that at negative comments, they were mentioning about the losing air. We should deal with it, the lose air problem. That is why we can choose type 2 by paying a little more. I like this manufacturer, they respond with a good message. I am adding this one on a new page for analyzing in detail. Let's continue. I wrote lots of things, the reply is just thanks. You can get these kind of nonsense messages. You can see the difference between a good and a bad company. You should contact the company which has good communication with you. We asked about the shipping process. Some of them are asking their own freight forwarders, and this process might take time. Some of them can give you a price by asking quickly, but some of them not. Alright, they can ask, then give us a price. However, if they won't hurry, they might lose us. We might wait for the price. Let's continue. I think there is another one who replies properly. We can produce the same one. We have the gray one in our stock. We can produce the product for $8 per unit, and we can ship it to you for $30. The total price will be $38 for sample 1. And it will take 6 days. We have two kinds of packing type. Type 1 is the dust bag and type 2 is the outside buggy bag. Surely, we should have a look at them in detail. We should evaluate which one you want. We will talk about the packing type in detail. We had said 300 units of product as trial. Some of them replied MOQ must be 3,000 units of products, and some of them are accepting. This manufacturer is accepting, as well and saying we can produce 300 units of product for you. And it takes 15 days. They are asking if we want logo. The answer is yes, we want logo. Do you remember one manufacturer said if you don't order at least 2,000 units of product, we can't make logo? This manufacturer is saying they can add the logo, and they can add the Amazon label as well. Pretty good for us, they are already saying they can make a deal for a long time. What was the Amazon label? The label which is attached to the products and the boxes and is given by Amazon. I explained to you in the shipping plan section. I will have a look at this company in detail, so opening their site on the new page. This company is good too. They gave good answers. Let's continue. There is another company which has replied to the question about the product. She also mentions about for how many years they are producing, and the production time, 1,000 units for 22 days, over 1,000, it takes 25 days to produce. If you want logo, we can add it that you want. Which packing type you want, she asked. If you answer the question below, we can answer you too, she is saying. How many pieces do you want? However, we already said that before. And we mentioned that we want the sample, and how many production we want to, so on. It is obvious that they didn't read our message. They sent us a template message. Probably they are sending this message to anybody. We don't want this kind of company. We want to work a company, read our message, and contact properly. This kind of user is more choosable for us. Let's pass the another one. The manufacturer is saying $40 for the sample. They are packing like carry bag. And they are asking if we want a logo? They are waiting for an answer for the logo. Besides, the production of 300 units takes 10 to 15 days. However, they didn't answer most of our questions. Like, how much money per unit, in how many days the products will be reached at Amazon storage, how much the shipping price, etc. We had asked a lot of questions, the manufacturer didn't answer most of them. So I think they are not qualified enough. Let's continue. As I said before, some strange message might come. This message is a good example of that. Hi Mehmet, how are you? It's pretty absurd. It is not necessary to contact them anymore. Let's continue. Next says couldn't open the link, please send me the photos. Our message is pretty clear, and if he can't copy and paste the link, we shouldn't contact him. What can he understand from a photo? I wrote a lot of things in my message, besides I mentioned about the product size, and even I added the link. This is already an openable link. So I think he is a not qualified sales agent. It is obvious that we will not create a good contact. The next one is the same as well. Do you have the photo or item number of the product? He is asking. We have given a lot of information without any incomprehensible place. They can have a look at the product from our message. This means that he is the not correct supplier for us. Let's continue. Some of them even haven't replied back. Let's have a look at another one. Thank you, we will reply to you back as soon as possible, she said. But there is no reply yet anyway. Let's pass it too. We will reply to you in the following week, another one said. He had found 4 companies which gave a price, but this manufacturer must know that he'll lose this job if he waits until next week. Let's continue. Some of them sent unclear messages. I think there is someone who seems to answer properly. For the sample $35, and it will take 5 to 7 days. The size is a little bit different than yours. Says, this company might be considered, however we asked plenty of questions, less of them were answered. I think it is not the correct company. Let's continue. We are the OEM company, we can produce each product no matter the size and type. This one is saying. OEM means original equipment manufacturer. The product will be on our hands in 7 to 14 days, and the price will be $100. We already gave the price $38 from another manufacturer, and this one is saying $100. I think it is expensive. Besides, they want 3,000 units of products for MOQ. It means that if you order at least 3,000 units of products, we can provide you the sample one. This one is saying. This company doesn't match with our criteria. Let's continue. This manufacturer didn't send a reasonable message. He didn't reply the questions that we asked. Let's pass this one too. This manufacturer introduced himself firstly, then gave the information about our product. The sample is $28, and they can reach you 3 to 4 days, he is saying. Most of the customers prefer carry bag, even though we prefer op bag, he is saying. I showed what op bag is. We can also think the carry bag. They gave a price for 300 units of product. The EXW price is $4.85 per unit, and the shipping cost is $470. The average price of shipping is $650 for most of them. $470 for this one, it is nice. So we can evaluate this one. Even, it seems that this one is the cheapest one. Besides, it is door-to-door, it means all the customs duties, shipping costs, and all the procedures will belong to them, and the shipping will take 8 to 10 days. And the production takes 5 to 7 days. It is really good. We already want to take the product within 20 to 25 days to the Amazon storage. This company will produce the product in 5 to 7 days, and within 8 to 13 days, they will be at the Amazon storage. Besides, the price is reasonable. I like this manufacturer, and to have a look for this one in detail, I will open its profile on a new page. Let's pass the another one. FOB price is $5.50. We asked plenty of questions. This one didn't answer most of our questions. Let's pass another one. We can produce at least 500 product. We have a lot of different colors, white, black, gray, etc. We provide you anything. We are specially focused on this product, this one is saying. This one introduced himself, but, as I said before, we asked a lot of questions. He didn't answer most of them. We need to take a price, and he need to give us a price. At least he should tell us how much the price for 500 units. We couldn't get enough answers. Let's continue. OEM factory we are, he is saying. So, we can produce each product no matter the size or other criteria it is, and he is asking if we have our own design. We can say something about our design and continue like this. However, if they could answer better and mention more about the detail, we could continue with this factory. Let's pass another one. We'll check and get back to you soon, she is saying. But she hasn't replied back. Next one, the sample is $50. The product will be like at the photos below said. We asked a lot of questions, however, she didn't reply. She even didn't mention the price and just mentioned the sample. There is no enough explanation, so I didn't like this one. Let's pass the next one. This one is also asking photos. We have sent plenty of information, and we even sent the Amazon link. It is obvious that they are not a good company. Let's pass. These ones also said we will reply you back as soon as possible, but they haven't replied back. You can wait for those who will respond to you back soon, however. Some of them already responded to you back, and you saw them. In this case, these not responding companies didn't interested. We have had a look at all the messages. And we chose 5 of our manufacturers. These are the companies which are responded to us goodly and give us a price. In the next lesson, we will decide on one of them by analyzing them in detail, looking at the prices, and evaluating the price. See you in the next episode. Hello friends. Lastly, we have read the manufacturer's message together. We could choose a few manufacturers. Why? Because they completely replied to your questions goodly. So we chose some of them. And now, it is necessary to make a detailed analyzing about them. We can't work with all of them. We can choose 1 to 2 of them and ask for a sample. I explained a little bit how to compare them in the supplier choosing criteria. Let's analyze a little bit together, then we'll pass the another section already. There is a section compare all suppliers. When you click it, all the manufacturers who replied to you are compared section by section. And the system is making them visible on the screen. You can see all the information about the companies on the screen. When you click the right button on the screen, you can see how many companies have been compared. 12 companies for this section. According to which properties the system is comparing? Actually, it has compared according to the properties that we are interested in. What we are interested in. For example, we want a manufacturer with at least 2 years of experiences and gold supplier and trade insurance and verified. Of course, 5, 11, 7, 14 years. These are good number of us. It is a good sign for us to think they are good manufacturer. What was another one? It was the business type. Either manufacturer or trader. Does it produce or trading the product? It is important for us. If the company is just trading, they mightn't know the manufacturing knowledge well. For example, when you want to make some differences on the product, you mightn't get well result from traders. However, if you talk about this issue with manufacturer directly, it would be better. Besides, it is hard to take a cheaper price list from a trader company. However, when you contact with manufacturer directly, you might take cheaper price list. Therefore, it is necessary to be aware that if the company is a manufacturer and trader. We can also work with trader companies which have our needed product in the main category and offer a reasonable price. As I mentioned, what were other important criteria? It is the main category section. In this section, we are evaluating the products in detail. It is important that what kind of products our suppliers manufacturers have focused on. Because if a manufacturer who sells plenty of different products mightn't have enough information because doesn't to produce our product. So we are trying to find manufacturers who have sell the same product category with our needed product. It is the most important criteria of ours. If a technology company sells our pillow, it means there is a problem. Because it likely means that he is trading the product. And probably doesn't have enough information about the manufacturing. Therefore, for this product, we should focus on finding manufacturers who produce textile products. And they must be good enough to make differences according to your wishes. We talked about the product certification. For example, you might have a problem with the product. It is important that the manufacturer has the specific certification about the product. If you are planning to sell a product needs certification, they already wrote the certificate about the product. For example, ISO 9001, CTS, and much more of them. You can evaluate your product by checking on the page. And this certificate is important for us. Let's continue. The main market sector is just a little bit important issue. In other words, where they are selling the products. We are generally selling to the USA or European market. It is useful to find a manufacturer who sells European market. They already have experience with European market because they are working with the European freight forwarders and companies by shipping products. So, it might be effective as well. You can also have a look at the contract manufacturing and annual production capacity sections. These are also important criteria too. You can also use this comparing section on Alibaba. When you click the Compare All Suppliers section on the left, all the manufacturers will be compared, and you can see the result on the screen. We marked some of the companies who gave us a better price, replied quickly to most of our questions to evaluate in detail to continue for the next step. We have chosen 5 companies for us. Actually, I already explained to you how to continue for the next step on these companies at the Choosing Manufacturer Supplier section. We have some criteria to choose suppliers. And the most important one is if the manufacturer's main category is the same with our needed product. For example, this company has replied to our message goodly and gave us a price too. However, it is a technology company, it sells glasses as the main product. Generally, they are selling the visual reality glasses. When you have a look for this glasses selling technology company's product category section, you can see they are selling a lot of different products. They have our product, inflatable pillow, as well. They are probably making a trade on this product, buying a company in order to sell it. The product category is our criteria. It is an important criterion. It is not reasonable to ask for manufacturing a textile product to a technology company. For example, the next company is a textile company. We are searching for a textile product, thereby, it is reasonable to work with a textile company. Another one is Texcel Textile, it is a textile company too. You should evaluate companies according to the criteria that I explained in the Choosing Manufacturer Supplier section. After evaluating these criteria, you should consider about the prices. You must make a profit margin by choosing the product on Amazon. We had made our product idea table and had decreased it to 2 to 3 products. We must take a price from the suppliers according to these prices. We must have to make profit margin. We can take the product if the result is over 20%, 30% for a few different products. We will talk to all the suppliers and will take the product which provides netter profit margin to us. Our main reason to talk with these companies is just taking a price. I'll take prices and then we'll make a profit analysis on prices. How we are doing the profit analysis. After open the product page on Amazon, there is the profitability calculator section by Helium 10. When we click there, the profit analysis is appearing on the screen. You can use an Amazon by writing Amazon Revenue Calculator if you want an Amazon site. The manufacturing cost and the shipping cost, there are 2 sections. You should fill the blank by the price that you take from the supplier. It is on unit price, of course. After filling the blank, you can see the profit analysis. If you good profit, you can take the product. As I mentioned before, we have decreased to 2 to 3 different products and now we are taking a price. For example, for the travel pillow, we took the price. You should take for all kinds of products. After taking it, you can make a profit analysis. You will decide on one product which provides better profit to you. Then, you will start to talk with manufacturers in detail. How will you do that? Let's say that we took prices for different products from the manufacturer, and this product provides to us better profit. We already talked and took the prices from the manufacturers. We found 5 companies, however. One of them is a technology company. One of them is interested in a different product, producing different products, not manufacturing our product, just supplying somewhere and selling, etc. We found a few more textile companies. It is necessary to talk in detail with 2 to 3 textile companies which sell the same similar with our needed product in main category. And we should take a sample from them. We already mentioned about the sample cost already. They said in how many days the sample will be on our hands and the price will be between $30, $50. You should take the sample from the manufacturers and evaluate the quality differences. We already read the comment about the product. Some of them mentioned the losing air problem of the product. And we should choose the product which will solve the losing air problem. And you should consult our manufacturer if you want to make some differences on the product. You can say what kind of differences you want. It might be the size, the heaviness, the shape, etc. Some of them were saying it is not fit for airplane, so we can make it smaller. We should to talk about these. After talking about these issues, we'll ask for the sample. Then, after evaluating the process, you should pass the making a deal process with the supplier who is suitable and reasonable for your profit. In making a deal process, you should already talk about any issues with your manufacturer, how the product will delivery, how much money you will pay for shipping, what is the total cost, how many product will you order, you should tell about it too. In the next video, I will mention how many product you should order. You will tell to your manufacturer how many product you will order, and you will take the total cost for all the product. Then you will make a deal with your manufacturer with trade insurance on Alibaba. After making a deal, you will pay, before they start the manufacturing, you are sending 30% of overall charge. And after manufacturing process, you are paying 70%. It depends on your agreement with the manufacturer. You can make it 50%, 50%. However, the suitable one is 30%, 70%. Most of them already want to make a deal like this. After making a deal like this and paying the cost, the manufacturer will start to manufacture and shipping on your product. We'll talk about how many products should you order. See you in the next episode. Hello friends, I will explain how many products should you order in this video. It is a really important topic actually. Before ordering, it is necessary to search in detail, because while you are contacting your manufacturer, you should mention about this issue and take a price. Sometimes they are adding MOQ in their message, we show on Alibaba. If you order minimum quantity of product, we can manufacture it, they are saying. This is an important issue too. Therefore, we must decide how many products will we order. So, how can we decide it? Our main aim is not to order too much product. If you order 1,000 to 2,000 units as a trial, they can remain unsold. We attend the category for the first time. We know if we can sell them or not due to some analyses. However, we can't be sure anytime. So, the fewer order, the better for us at the beginning. So we don't prefer to order 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 units no matter how your pocket's strong. It must be a trial part at the beginning. You can order much more than the trial if you get success. So how we will decide them? So, how many product we'll order for the trial? Our main purpose is to be visible on the first page on Amazon. In order to be there, we are determining some words, and on these words, we might have a guess about our selling quantity. And the important one is not to stay out of stock and not to turn back from the first page when we reach there. When ordering the product, our main goal will be not to run out of stock. Why it is important for us not to be out of stock? As I said, we are going to the first page by paying advertising cost like giveaway, PPS. Let's say we are on the first page and we start selling. Then, in order to keep our selling rate, we shouldn't go to the back pages. If we out of stock, we will unable to sell the product for 1 to 2 weeks. It means that we will go to the back pages. Finally, to go back to the first page, we will have to pay the advertising cost again. Thereby, our main goal is staying on the first page, for that we must order the product carefully. In other words, we shouldn't be out of stock. In order not to be out of stock, we have to order enough product. For example, we order 100 units of this product, and we reach the first page by the determined words. Until we come to the first page, we made 25 units of giveaway free and reach to the first page. On the first page, we have 75 units. And on the first page, the product is started to sell 10 units per day. Units per day means that we have stock just for 1 week. Briefly, we made 25 units of a giveaway. Then, 75 products we still have. We start to sell 10 units per day. 1 week of stock we have. 1 week later, we shouldn't are of stock, otherwise, we will have to pay all the advertisement cost again. We ordered 100 units and now we have 75, and we have stock just for 1 week. Does the product reach Amazon storage? If it will come from China, it won't reach. So if you are working with a manufacturer from China, you have to care about the manufacture and shipping days anytime. And you will make a decision depends on the situation. The main goal is not to be out of stock. For that, Chinese is telling us two important points. First, in how many the manufacturing takes. Second, how long the shipping process? We already asked them at our message. Let's say that they are manufacturing in 10 days and the shipping process takes 20 days and totally 1 month we have. This information is really important for us, so we have to order the quantity of the product that suffice to us. We have to learn the manufacturing and shipping days from our manufacturer, and according to the answer, we are giving a new order. The shipping is 20 days and manufacturing is 10 days, totally 30 days to take the product to Amazon storage. We will make a decision according to this information. Let's define the purpose. It has become prominent on the page by finding a word that provides a 10 units per day selling rate. I already explained how to find these words. We are finding the words by using the word analysis program, especially Helium. We are finding the words by Helium, and we define some words that provide a good rate of selling on the first page. We are trying to be visible on the first page by using these focused words with a giveaway, PPS, and another advertisement. Let's say that our mission is selling 10 units per day in the beginning. We could to the front by a word that provides 10 units selling rage. And it is started to sell 10 units. For 30 days, it will have sold 300 units. In the beginning, thereby, we should order 300 units or products, to not to be out of stock, if the shipping takes 30 days. According to these information, we are making a calculation. With which word we will be visible on the first page, we are defined this. Let's say that we will be on the first page with inflatable travel food rest pillow. When we reach the first page, I suppose that we are selling 10 units per day. I already explained that how many of that you will sell. Let's try together with this product by Cerebro. Let's start the Cerebro for this product. You already know how we are working on Cerebro. I am opening Helium 10 on the new page. Clicking the Cerebro section on the page, I am copy-paste are the most selling one in the search box. Normally we are copy-paste 5 to 6 opponents, however I will do just one to make it quickly. We are trying to determine at which words this opponent indexed and used most. After this process, we will determine our words. The result is 6,300 words. Let's find at which words this opponent on top 50 by the filter. Because you know that, if the product is not on the first page, it isn't sold. I am searching according to the searching volume. We can see the most sold words for our product on the screen now. Helium is offering you how many giveaways you should make for being visible on the first page. I will explain it in detail in selling section. Let's find a beautiful words related to our product from the list. For example, travel food rest this words is a words that have been searched 3,600. In order to come to the first page with this word, you should make 30 giveaways. You can sell 4 to 5 units per day when you come to on the first page after 30 giveaways. This is our first word, and another one is inflatable footrest for air travel with a 2645 searching rate. Let's choose this word too. When you give away 25 units of product, you can come to the first page. We define 2 words. I will explain in the selling section how we define the word. We define these words as fewer rivalry and can stand on the first page. And now, we should define how many giveaways should we make for these word, for first 130 and for second 125 units. Totally 50 units of the product will be the giveaway. When we go to the first page with these 2 words, our product will be selling 8 to 10 per day. And after calculating these 8 to 10 units per day and 50 unit giveaway, we'll define how many product will we order. Let's calculate 50 units giveaway, 8 units per days. It is 30 multiply 8 equals 240 units per month. 240 plus 50 equal 290. It is almost 300 units of the product must be ordered, we determined. Because our manufacturer said, the manufacturing takes 10 days and shipping takes 20 days. Thereby, we should order for 30 days product. After ordering for 30 days of product, our new product will be reached without being out of stock, and we aren't lose our place on the first page. You can determine your first stock by this way. However, if you send from any country, you can take fewer trial product because the product will be at the Amazon storage within 5 to 7 days. For example, it might be 100 units. Let's say 25 units of them for giveaway, and other 75 units you still have. You are selling 7 to 8 units per day. It means you have 10 to 11 days of stock. So you can send your product to Amazon storage in 10 days. In a word, when you find a manufacturer from any country, you can start with 100 units of product. It will be a fewer cost already. If you sell 7 to 8 units per day, you can order 200 to 300 more units. However, for China, the shipping takes longer, and if you choose the air shipment, the price is going higher. Thereby, you should order your trial product by considering these days. In this video, we have talked how many product you should order for your first order. Calculating the shipping and manufacturing, and knowing to stay on the first page, and without being out of stock, you should order your first product. According to all of these, you will adjust your orders. We have already talked about the order quantity. See you in the next episode.